All right, press the
Oh, what the
buttons.
fuck?
Let's look.
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, honey.
So,
Okay, Twitch is
oh, Dios
up.
míos.
Dios mío. YouTube's up. We did it. We did it at 1. Oh, dude, I didn't actually get a good look at this symbol yet. That's so fucking cool. Unfortunately, I think the wheel shape. Wait, no, it's also a vagina a little bit. Damn. The longer I look at it,
You didn't have to say it. You didn't have
it's
to
there.
say it.
I mean, that means it's even better. Actually, that doesn't make it worse. That makes it better because I support women and vagina
Of
havers.
course. Of course. Yes. Okay, there we are. I had to find my mic again because I disconnected it the other day.
F. Yeah. Aha. Finally, I'm not the one having technical difficulties.
Yeah. I did find it again. It's okay.
It's wild that as the person with the most technical
double.
experience, I have the most technical difficulties.
That is wild. That is actually pretty wild. There you go.
I blame Alex. He told me to buy these computer parts, and these computer parts are the bane of my fucking existence.
Real. Understandable and real.
The arguably actually most technically capable person.
Yeah.
My only competition.
Oh my god.
Mm.
I just found out that I can enable monitoring, which means I could technically be hearing myself this entire time. I think that would throw me off.
You get used to it after a little bit. It sucks at first, but I always hear myself at all times.
Okay, real.
It's how you know. It's in my ears. I hear everything that stream hears, so I know exactly the experience that they're getting. That's my kind of mindset. I want to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, it sucks, and I hate the sound of my own voice. I can just tune it out now. Yeah, if every time
it's weird hearing me twice.
No, it is. Especially if there's a delay, it sucks and it's impossible. But if it's a real monitor where it's a live monitor, it's brilliant. It's the best.
Okay. Awesome. I think I have to turn this off for that. I have to try this some other time, otherwise it's gonna. I'm gonna.
No. Live is not the time to try it for sure.
No. Can't do that. Can't be doing this. Oh, but how are you? How was your week?
I'm actually pretty great. It was a pretty good week. I finally got to get back into the gym after 3 weeks of letting my leg heal.
Nice.
So that was yesterday. Thank God it was yesterday, because today Onion decided to hit my other knee.
Oh no. Oh my god.
I'm out on the hill with Onion, and every once in a while in the middle of the workday, because he comes with me, he's my little co-pilot. He comes in with me to work every morning. And he goes home. I bring him home at lunch to hang out with mom. But I take him on walks because it's like I can pace myself between work. I can do my own pace unless we're really busy.
Yeah.
And so I'll take him on a little walk, and we go up the hill, and he does a very like he's a husky shepherd mix. That's the core of what he is really. And so I don't know if you've ever seen the husky videos where they like throw their hands out and they like basically shake. They just go like that.
I have seen those.
Onion does that. Onion does that a lot.
Right.
That's his like primary mode of engagement in zooming. And him being a 99, 110 pound, kind of rotates between their dog, swung with his full body weight 180 degrees smack into the inside of my left knee and took me down at work today.
Oh no.
I have not been hit that hard in a long time. And there's like a bit in our house about how bad my pain tolerance is because I'm a chef, or I was a chef, and I've done just a lot of physical labor. So I have got a higher pain tolerance than most. I yelled. I was like, motherfucker. Like, it got me.
Right.
My knee's bad, dude. I haven't looked at it yet, but I can't touch it right now.
Oh no.
So outside of that, pretty good week. Work's been fun. Beth and I are gonna go see new Spider-Man tomorrow, hopefully, so that'll be fun.
Oh, nice. I'm really excited to hear. I've heard like really good things at this point. My favorite YouTubers put out their bi-weekly podcast and then also their bi-weekly Patreon episode, and they talked really highly about it there. So
I've
Yeah.
unfortunately had a big part spoiled, but
Mhm.
I'm so fucking I'm so excited, dude. I really
Yeah.
really am. I think
It sounds like it's a really good movie.
I really think I kind of sold myself after our like argument reselling me trying to sell you on it last week of like
Mhm.
there I really feel like Marvel knows what they're doing right now. Especially
Mhm.
seeing how hard DC is dropping the ball. I don't know if you've seen, it's bad. It's really
I
bad.
heard the new Supergirl is very bad. Yeah.
The new Supergirl, they released some BTS footage where they revealed they
Mhm.
used AI for designs
Oh
of the
my god,
characters. Not for
that's
like
fucked up.
not for like easy nonsensical logistical bullshit things. Design for decades old comic book characters.
That's fucked up.
That's
What?
insulting. I've lost
Are
all
you
respect for
kidding
James
me?
Gunn. Like you're the dude's
No,
trash
real.
can. I wish
Real. What
I
the
could go
fuck?
and amend my wavelength answer. I really wish I could now, genuinely, because now I agree after
Mhm.
seeing that
Mhm.
shit. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Uh
Yeah.
but
That's fucked up.
outside of that, I'm feeling pretty good. Beth's been feeling good. Onion's finally feeling good again. He was a little skittish
Aw.
after last week. He had a
Yeah.
couple of seizures back to back, which was very stressful and unfortunate.
Yeah,
Um,
I can imagine.
but and then afterwards, the meds that he's on, they because again they're mental meds. They're fucking literally with the electricity firing in his brain. He gets a
Yeah.
little jittery, a little jumpy, and it gets kind of hard to handle him for a little while. But he's finally back to normal and being his good little guy self. Which
That's
is
good.
no, it's really good. So everything is good over here. How about you? How's everything's overseas? A hush falls over the
Um,
crowd.
I've said this to like I think almost everyone I know this week, but I truly this week it has been a bad week at the pissing me off factory that is my job. Um, my my supervisor, who's not notably my manager. My manager and my supervisor are two different people. But the supervisor of like our half of the team that my manager oversees. Um, he went on holiday on Tuesday. Now, usually I wouldn't really care about that. He can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man. However, the person who's usually replacing him has also been on holiday, like for that week, for the like I think past 2 weeks even. And that's not supposed to happen because what that means is I'm the only we have in our like data entry team we have 3 full-time people who do the books. We have 1 part-time person, usually 2, but one of those on maternity leave. We have 2 part-time people, currently 1 part-time person doing the books, and 3 full-time people, my supervisor, his replacement, and me doing the books, and then 2 other people on the team usually only focus on the non-books, so the CDs, the DVDs, the Blu-rays, and the video games. And now we're essentially missing what's like 200% of workforce because 2 of the full-time people aren't there. So it all fell to me this week. All of it, I can send you a video of it later because I took one for a different friend of mine and have just been like kind of passing that around to my friends. It's bad. It's
That
a lot.
sounds
Like
like a
the
nightmare,
workload
yeah.
was so bad. I was so stressed out. I cried in my office twice today. Which usually I'm like, I'm like a little bit more lackadaisical because there's like more people who like I know are also like helping handle the workload. And just this week I don't know if because usually what my supervisor usually is like, oh, summer is like a whole. There's not much going on in the summer.
Yeah.
Usually it's like, and which is true. Usually when I first started, like 2 years ago when I first started working there, the big push of books came in the autumn, so in the fall, like about 2 months from now. But we don't know if it's. I mean, it's obviously because 200% of our workforce are missing, but it's piled up, and it's piled up terribly. And again, I was so stressed out. I kept seeing it, and I was like, because and it keeps getting more over the day, because obviously just because we're not like be able to catch up to it.
Yep.
it doesn't mean that the work, like that everyone else is stopped giving us work. It just keeps being more and more and more and more. And I was sitting there, I was so stressed out. I was complaining to every single one of my coworkers, and all of them were also like, yeah, that's fucked up. That's a fucked up thing of your supervisor to do. Because usually when any of us try to take like some time off, he double checks on the calendar that enough people are there to handle the workload. And also, I know exactly that my manager can't have approved this, because once when my supervisor wasn't there, because usually, again, we go to ask him of like, hey, is it cool when we take this and this time off? So one time when he wasn't there, so I couldn't ask him, I went to my supervisor, or not my supervisor, my manager, and I was like, hey, can I take this and this time off? And she looked at me and was like, and is your replacement going to be there? And I was like, I don't know off the top of my head. And then she was like, then please check before you like look. So she can't have approved this. I have to assume that he like just took it upon himself. I'm also like, I don't know if it was bad planning or if like something overlapped, like in the far, like if they planned this at the beginning of the year, like kind of, but also if they planned this at the beginning of the year, maybe they sit in the same office as like he and his replacement. So I have to assume that he was just like, I'm sure Pixel can handle this for 3 days. And then he also gave me another task that he's usually doing on top of that, which I hadn't been able to get to at all, because I was just it was so much work, and I stayed longer a couple of days, and I'm so, oh my god, I'm so pissed off. I'm so mad. And
absolutely.
So I talk with the non-book team, which is also just 2 people. So they also like kind of have like like they're just 2 people. So they also always have to like see that they're not absent at the same time. So I talk with them, and they're also like, yeah, we think this is fucked up, because we always have to coordinate ourselves, and it's fucked up that he's not coordinating with anyone else. So it's like yeah, so I'm like, I think I'm gonna go to manager about this, because I was like, I had assumed, someone had told me wrongly that one of the non-book people was also going to our manager about this, and he was like, oh no, you misheard that. I was gonna say, if our manager comes to us on Monday and it's like, why aren't you caught up on the data entry stuff? We're gonna be like, well, because a lot of the people from the team missing, and he was like, and I suggest you also say that. And he was like, you would be very brave to go into our office and be like, hey, I think it's fucked up that supervisor took those 3 days off, and that clearly like put us back at an extreme amount. So yeah, I'm gonna have a talk on Monday with my manager about this, because again, I think this is incredibly fucked up. To just kind of like drop this on us.
Absolutely.
And, I love my coworkers, and my job is like fine for what I do, but like
absolutely,
it was
dog.
So much.
You heroed that shit. You fucking heroed that shit. Let's be perfectly clear. So let's look at the facts of what just happened, dog. Let's break it down from the neutral party perspective, right? So motherfucker fucked you hard, right? And then not only did you stick it out, you stayed extra, did more than you needed to, and you still couldn't catch up. If that's not the time, I don't know fucking when it is to bring it up. When it's like, hey, motherfucker, this is bad. Like, no, dog, abso-fucking-lutely, dude.
I talked with a lot of my like work friends about it, and one of them, who's in the other part, like not in the data entry team, but like in a different part of the team, she was like, no, you know what? If it were me, I wouldn't stay longer. I would do my hours.
That's right.
And I would leave, and then they would see on Monday what it's like when 200% of the workforce.
I was about to tell you to do the same shit. I was about to say the same shit, but I'm like, hold on, let's not jump to the toxic shit. But no, let's be perfectly clear. You didn't need to do that. You absolutely didn't need to. But let's be very clear. Because you did, now you went from you did what you were supposed to you saw the fuck up and stepped up. Now this is important. This can go 2 ways. Management can see that and see, okay, cool, we can use and abuse this dumb fucker. Or if they're good management, they'll see that and be like, okay, this is someone we can like do stuff with. The way to make sure number 2 happens is to do exactly what you're planning on doing, which is walk in there and be like, hey, I did this. I stayed extra. I did the best I could. And I don't know how it did, but it sounds like you held it together, literally the best case scenario as it could be. And if anyone were to bitch, it was like, you literally stayed extra. So where is the bitching coming from?
Yeah, sometimes I have to stay extra because of my the bus times, but on Thursday, because Wednesday I couldn't stay longer. We went grocery shopping that day. I can't go home later. But Thursday I stayed just because of how the bus goes 45 minutes longer just to see if I can get any extra shit done. And I was like because I was talking also to my to the non-book team, and he was like, right, it's if I were you, I wouldn't stay longer because you can maybe manage a few extra books, and that's not gonna make a dent in the workload that we currently have, or that you guys currently have. Because they were also so nice. They were like, oh, if we don't have as much workload, we're gonna try and help you with the books. And then, but then I was also it's really kind of you. And a lot of the other people were like, oh, we've done a bit of this and a bit of the data entry here and there. I was like, that's really nice of you. But I was to the notebook team. I was like, I don't expect you to help me out with this because I know they currently have a lot of their own shit, a lot of their own work that they have to get done before a certain deadline. Because we sell a lot of we sell this stuff, so I know that they need to get this done. But I also know that because we sell this, I also need to get this done.
That's right. It needs to be done. Let's be clear. It needs to be done, and a dumb motherfucker made it so it couldn't be, and it wasn't you.
Yeah.
Right? And you did your fucking job. And again, let's be very clear. And I want you to hold this in your heart. You heroed that shit. This is my favorite thing that I get to do in my job all the time. Someone fucks something up. I get to come in and hero it. That's the best feeling in the world. Because now, whether that dumb motherfucker knows it or not, you have one up on him. Yeah. You've got that, you know what I mean? And now, 100%. Regardless of their awareness of it, you know, and you get to hold that. You get to hold that fucking W while he's walking around with an L and he doesn't even know. And yes, that might be criminal, but then if you go and talk to a motherfucker, hopefully the boss is going to fucking get him with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, that's tough, but I think you fucking held that shit down, dog. I think you did great.
I was like, I don't know, today especially. Nice thing about today, the coworker who was like, no, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't stay extra. I would just do my hours and let them see what's being left on the table because you're not enough people. She and I we have a subway that not that far away from a 2-minute walk from the office building, so we went and got lunch there today, which was incredibly nice, and I needed that so much. Good. But it's just been pissed. I've been so mad. I've just been so mad all week about it. I was
reasonably so.
I came home on Wednesday and I was like, or I texted school. I was like, just finished the shift at the pissing me off factory. That's just been the workplace all week.
Is you the dog in the burning building? This is fun.
Yeah, no, for real. We were talking, and one of the number of people was like, and replacement is gonna come in on Monday because she comes back Monday, and he comes back the 18th. What the fuck's the 18th? Wednesday, so the 19th he comes back. One of them was like, and replacement's gonna be probably really pissed about how much shit there is, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to sit there and be like, I'm one person. We're 1.5 people doing non-books because again, one of them is a part-time person. She's gone at noon, and then it was just me.
Can I tell you?
One guy.
I hate just repeating things that I've heard from other people, but this one's been really sticking with me. What can you do?
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 What can you do? What can you do?
I've been playing Deadlock.
I'm one guy.
Dude, I've been playing Deadlock again. This is what it feels like. What can you fucking do?
What can you do?
What can you fucking do?
What can you do?
Sometimes you're playing and then the motherfucker comes in or a motherfucker leaves, and then what can you do?
What can you do?
And then my best part, throw that in chat. 2 people throw it back. It's great, man.
That's good.
It's awesome.
That's good. Yeah, no, I'm one guy. And also, it was super hot, so we were like, yeah, you're one guy with one head, and then the other person was like technically speaking, in this weather, you're like one guy with half a head because your brain's just mush in this weather. And I was like, yeah,
dude. We've been
Imagine.
we've been getting crazy storms here. That's what we've been getting.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been like wild. It's like weirdly hot and then aggressive thunderstorm. So that's been fun. And also don't ask why. For some reason your trials and tribulations also reminded me of the last W before we jump into actually reading the book.
Yes, please. Give me a W.
I made a shepherd's pie this week.
Oh, nice.
Like a full actual. Now it was a somewhat of a bastardization. We did a croissant dough crust, and I didn't really make the filling gravy-y enough, so it was a little bit less liquidy and a little bit more homogenized. So it was a little bit more like a chicken pot pie texture than a shepherd's pie texture. But from a first draft, from a first try, one of the best things I've made, and it's crazy cheap.
Fuck yeah.
So it like that felt fucking good to like Beth is enabling me to get back into like trying to bake properly, so it's like or cooking properly for us, that way we're not eating out or ordering as much, so we're cooking everything at home. And that's been really great. That's been a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
But hopefully
that's really great to hear.
Hopefully next week work balances back out for you and everything. I hope
so. Again, we should by midweek we should be like at full capacity. Again, I fucking hope. I hope so. Yeah. And now imagine I had gotten sick. Imagine that. What then? Oh, I'm so.
You know,
fine,
you know what then? What then? What can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do?
The last thing, I don't want to not to immediately jump to solution, not to immediately jump to that. My friend, you need to make one very small adjustment. Very small adjustment that everyone in corporate eventually learns, which is the fuck it adjustment. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Dead ass.
For real.
Dead ass. Actually, not even a bit. What can you do?
Fuck all.
So what?
Yeah. No,
fuck
you're
it.
Right. Fuck it.
You're doing your job. You're doing everything you're doing right. You're not doing anything wrong, and you actually did extra. Fuck it.
I did.
That's
and the thing is, the day I did extra, I couldn't even like finish all this stuff before I had to go and catch my bus. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I gotta go.
That's right. You learned on the job. You learned the fucking adjustment on the job. You get there. You know the fucking adjustment in your heart. You just need to apply it to your mind, my friend. It's done. It's over. It's the weekend. We're here. We made it. You know what I mean? We're doing the damn thing.
I've done it. Everyone looked at me. First of all, I think the best thing that came out of this was everyone was pitying me. Like, I mean, not because I think I was the most vocal about how much this was pissing me off. And I was
absolutely. Hey man,
like,
you know my belief in the power of bitching. I know we're not.
Yeah, bitching always helps.
It helps.
Bitching always helps.
It works. Just bitch about it. It works.
Just bitch about it.
Kvetch, bitch,
for
moan.
real, actually.
It's called manifesting, people. Okay.
I love to bitch and moan. Actually,
it's why we're friends.
And moaning is one of my.
It's why we're friends.
Bitching
Absolutely.
and moaning is one of my favorite things in the entire world. Actually.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was. But yeah.
Speaking of bitching and moaning.
Yeah.
I think it's time we read through a little journey.
Yes.
Baby, you okay? Okay, if you're sure. Okay, I heard Beth sigh. I wanted to check on her real quick.
Of course.
But I think before we jump in today, I think it would behoove us to look.
Behoove us.
Yes, behoove. I'm using SAT words. We're being fancy today.
Okay. I've never heard the word behoove before.
Yeah, it would benefit us if we were to do this ahead of time. Behoove.
Yeah, of course.
To look ahead and not make the mistake we made last time. Can you, without spoiling yourself, jump to the last page and tell us how many there are?
Okay.
So we know
So
where the halfway point is.
The preface is at 45.
I'll bring out calculator. 45. Okay.
The postscript starts at. How many properties care about the postscript?
Postscript counts. We'll count it.
Okay.
Because we're counting
and
the
then
preface.
There's a few deleted scenes.
Ooh, what? Okay, count the deleted scenes. What if?
Okay. Oh, there's about the author. I think we're not
ignore
counting,
about the author. Yeah, we don't care about the author.
So about the author starts at 92.
92. Okay, so we've got 47 pages. So if we get to a chapter end, and this it'll be on you, unfortunately, because I don't have page numbers.
Yeah.
When we get to a chapter end near 47, or we hit 47 and we're in the middle of a chapter, that'll be our last one for the day.
47?
On page 47 pages. Right?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
There's 47 total pages. So it's 45 plus 47. No. 47 there's 47 pages divided by 2. 48 divided by 2 is 24. 24. So 45 plus 24 is, I should be able to do that math, but I can't. 45 plus 24.
That's okay. I can do that.
69. Nice. So
nice.
Love how that works out.
That works. That works.
So it's like if we end a chapter and it's on page like 65, then a debate happens. You know what I mean? Whether or not we jump in and do the next chapter or not. You know what I mean? But 69 is our halfway point.
Awesome. That works.
69 is second base.
Yeah, of course.
In our rule book. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I give you head, so.
You give me head every day, and now we're going to 69.
Every day.
Every day.
I give it to you every week. Hello.
This is every day. I'm sorry. Time doesn't exist out of here.
Sorry.
How many times do we have to go over this? You're the being that exists outside of time. I'm constrained to the physical realm. You aren't affected by time the way I am.
Sometimes I forget.
It
Sometimes
happens.
I close my eyes and dream of immortal life.
It's how you know our bond is weakening. When that happens, we need to strengthen our bond so that way that doesn't happen so much.
It's because my dream of real life it's not actually real. That I just dream in between these podcasts has been pissing me off.
That's right. That's right. You need to stop having these hallucinations, these delusions, and focus on the reality that is this podcast. This is the only thing that's real. We've been over this. All right. I want to take a second. I need to grab a drink because as we were talking, I was so engrossed. I drank my entire fucking drink while you were telling your story. So I'm gonna go get a refill, and then we will jump into King Lopen the First of Alethkar.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'll be back.
My boy. Hi, Dad. We're reading a Cosmere thing, and like live reading it in case you're at all interested in that. If you're still here, I don't actually know if you're still here. And also because this is like more of a podcasty kind of format. This is like our recording session, so we're not really interacting with chat. Which I need to preface again. If anyone comes in here expecting chat interactions, that's not really what we're doing here. I had argued this with some friends the other day. You know who you are. But yeah. I'm gonna be right back, actually. Just so you don't have to look at me this entire time. Be right. I will be, or we will be right back. This is awesome.
Bum, bum, bum. I am back. Oh, dude, speaking of shit, sorry, one last. Are you here? Sorry.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking One Piece?
Oh yeah, then yeah. I was like, new chapter. I don't think they.
No, not yet.
Posted a new
Not that I
chapter
saw.
yet.
Not yet. They're behind right now.
Yeah, but I know.
Can I? You know what pisses me off? Everyone talking about like Gaben unveiling a new form of hockey when Loki did that shit a couple chapters ago. We literally see him do that. We see him doing the most recent episode. You're not watching right now, but they literally do it. Everyone's like, Gaben, it's like, shut the fuck. You don't know. I hate the One Piece community online pisses me off.
The One Piece community is one of the worst.
Actually,
no, for real.
It's up there. It's definitely up there.
I do actually keep a little bit up with the anime because now that they're animating one of my favorite new favorite characters, Killingham, first of all, I find all the voice work of the knights delightful. I think Summers and Killingham are perfectly voiced, and also I have from the first episode that they appear, and Killingham does the roundabout on the pentagram around Summers, being like, "Oh, I'm late. Where I have to go." I love him. He's perfect to me. He's such a fucking idiot.
I can't wait to watch him be murdered painfully. That's what I can't wait for.
That's real. But I have a give of that just like of him just like doing the I'll send to you if you look at it after the episode.
Absolutely.
Delightful. Oh, I'm really excited to see where how they're gonna look, because it looked for it's
I mean, did you watch the most recent chapter or most recent episode?
I skimmed through it a little bit.
Seeing the power be represented.
Yes,
don't want to turn this into a whole One Piece
tangent.
Yeah, but Beth was the one immediately drawing the similarities there to me with Kanjiro's fruit. Spoilers.
Oh yeah.
But not even spoilers. Kanjiro's there. But the drawings, right? The drawing of it are in the manifesting, and it's like, yes, he's doing nightmares, but they are the drawing manifestation. Well, he targeted nightmares is what they are.
And
his power is dreams, but he's using the nightmares. But the nightmares that he manifested were of the children's drawings of their nightmares. So it's oh god, dude,
it's really good. I'm really excited.
So many conversations to have. None of them can be had right now.
Yeah, I'm there. I think is it around? I think it's about around now where they're slowly gonna like phase into God Valley, which I'm also extremely. I'm just really excited for everything One Piece at the minute. Everything's turning out One Piece. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think because we're gonna get the Harley episode, and then we'll get the God Valley flashback, and I think if I'm looking at the count right, it looks like they're gonna break in the middle of God Valley.
Which is crazy.
That's evil.
Which is an insane,
That's evil
thing
to do.
That's so evil to do. They need to break before God Valley, and then the rest of it needs to be God Valley.
If they're smart, but I don't. How do they milk this much till the God Valley flashback? Because it's not that far, and there's like 6 more episodes.
Really, because they're like doing what was it? They're doing a chapter per episode, so it's like, oh,
it's tough.
They can't be doing this.
Dude, I'm impatient because I just want to. I'm not a fan of the new thing because I know we're getting these incredibly high quality episodes, but now I'm gonna have to fucking wait so long, and then it's gonna be even longer for whatever comes next. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm so upset. I need to see this animated yesterday.
Okay. One Piece tangent over.
Anyway. One Piece tangent over.
Welcome to the Archive. This is a Cosmere book club where we read through the archive, the Stormlight Archive and the Cosmere, chapter by chapter. Right now, we are finally getting back into the Stormlight Archives. Dude, Alethkar was so good. I feel like a drug addict. I feel like we're getting heroin right now, and then our heroin's gonna be taken away again.
I mean, maybe it's not going to be taken away because, again, as we have heard, Miss Point Era 2 was really good. By the way, I need to go on like a little bit of a side tangent. I was talking to our friend Kadern, one of our Cosmere friends, Kadern, and I was like, I didn't like the
fellow member of Bridge 4.
A former member of Bridge 4, Kadern. I don't know if Kadern's watching right now. I did send her a message that we're live. But
speaking of, I'm going to knock while you talk.
And I was saying, like, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. We did finish Mistborn, and I didn't like the ending to the first trilogy. And she was like, "What? Are you crazy?" And it's like, I just didn't like it. It just felt pulled out of his ass. The more I sit with it, the more I don't like it. It's like impossible. It's so peak. It's like it's not so peak. It's not so peak at all, actually. Yeah. I was like, you should talk to Ollie about this because Ollie has a lot of, you could better articulate the opinions.
Dude, I mean, like, to be clear, I mean, your opinions are still your own. I just
didn't. The more I sit with it, the more I don't like it.
The
longer I think about it,
there's so much. My ADHD brain. I'm gonna need you to re-say your thing because I was trying to get the stream, the shared stream set up, and then there's somebody trying to chat with me on Discord, but Automod's blocking them for some reason, but Automod didn't block the motherfucker talking about AI viewers. So thanks Twitch chat for that.
Great.
But Varg seems like a homie. I'm cool, but I want to let Varg in, but I don't know. It just keeps saying held a message. I don't know how to let it post. You know what I mean? I don't know how Automod works. I didn't know I had Automod on. Fuck. So sorry. I'm so sorry to make you repeat yourself. Can you say the thing you just said again? I'm the worst friend ever.
Yeah, how dare you? Yeah, I was talking to
Bridge 4 friend.
Before Kadern. Yes. And I was saying like I was like, yeah, we finished Era 1 of Mistborn, and I have to say I didn't like the ending. Kadern was like, what? That's so good. It's so big. And it's like, no, it feels pulled out of his ass. Yep. It feels stupid that just because he has like all of the knowledge of the religions, he can like he immediately knows everything. It's just it felt, and then I was like, yeah, because Sanderson is Mormon, and he's like, oh, I really see myself in Sazed. It feels like just such a Deus Ex Machina. Oh, I'm the coolest and I'm so much better than everyone moment that the longer I sit with it, I don't like it. And Gator was like, no, it's so good. How dare you? I was like, I don't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
It's because it's the arc of knowledge of being the guy that knows everything, so you get to be the super smart, cool guy. I get how someone could be into that. You and I aren't into that. You know what I mean? That's the first thing, right? Then there's the sub layer, because I did try to explain this to my other friend Josh, of like, again, they call like they're the world bringers is the real thing. Is that's what they call themselves, is the seekers are the world bringers. And the volume of connections and through lines to real world Mormonism that exists there makes it feel, whether intentionally or not, like Sanderson allowed his bias to creep into that character and that religion of that character, and then has now baked in arguably one of the most problematic aspects of his personal life into the most important, deepest connected part of his story.
Yep.
And that feels like it's tainting something very important.
Yeah.
And I understand how, that's a really difficult for me to articulate right now. And like, if I were to articulate that to someone who's coming at me being like, no, absolutely, I'm like, okay, no, I'm sorry. No, you're right. I like what you like. I'm really bad at that, dude. I'm so bad at that. I'm really bad at becoming complete, because I do get it. I do get it. I understand it.
Sure, but like, it's like, I was like, I couldn't in the moment articulate as well why I just didn't like it. It was just like, no, the more I sit with it, the more I don't like it. It's just, I'm like, it's great if you like, but it's just like, I just didn't like it. And I didn't like the build. I was like, what? It's mean the build. I was just like, I didn't like it. That was like, just on my mind. Just no.
I get it, man. It's tough. It's tough. I hope. You know what would be very fun before we start Era 2, to have Cairn on, or another Mistborn homie Cairn on, and have a powwow about it. You know what I mean? But then I also think it's kind of up to them whether they think it'd be like beneficial to have that conversation before jumping into Era 2. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to ask him. I think that would be really fun. Ask her.
Them. It.
The being formerly known as Cairn.
I just realized I never updated titles. So I'm sitting here with my mouth open as I... Boom. Okay.
Amazing.
I still don't know how Automod works. I'm trying to... This dude seems neat. He just hopped in, said to add him on Discord, then bailed.
Oh, I have no idea.
Unfortunate.
I also don't know how Automod works.
Manage suspicious user. I don't know. It's restricted. I don't know. Fuck it. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready to jump in?
Yeah. I'm so ready.
Dude. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Do you want me to just do the preface again, or do you want to do the preface this time?
Oh,
I did preface last time, right?
Update?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, that's true. Are we doing weekly update fan art this week?
Oh, you're right. No, you're so right. What do we want to start? You want to start with fan art?
Yeah, for sure. I think this is actually I'm sure one you showed me before, but I will send it into
Yes, I have. No,
the really cool.
My fucking bitch, dude. Oh, I love her.
She's so good. I love her so much.
God.
I love anything in this world. From Emily E Draws on Tumblr and probably other places as well, but I got this one specifically out of Tumblr in this moment. But I love this art so much. Again, you showed me this initially, probably from Twitter because you're not on Tumblr, but this actually amazing, incredible, beautiful artwork of my queen of Alethkar, Yasna Colin.
Dude, no, absolutely my fucking goat. Absolutely.
Woman of my dreams.
The fucking it is my true headcanon. This is in the middle of a heartbeat.
Yes.
It's because it's one heartbeat. It takes one, so
it's gotta, yeah.
So it's so good. And the fucking ivory
It's so good.
being a sine wave, like
Yes.
it's just so good. It makes
it's really good. I love it so much.
There's a very ancient Twitter video, Vine something or other, where it's just like if you're a girl and you're ever struggling with self-esteem, just put on a dress and heels before an interview and walk around with a sword. And then it cuts to her and there's like beautiful like leg slit dress with these like 6-inch heels, and she's just like dragging a sword behind her, and it's like beautiful and badass and it's just this impeccable. It is this image right here that we are looking at. So truly, it is something so it feels more dangerous than a man in a suit of armor. Truly and genuinely.
No, 100%.
It's
100%. There's a threat to her here that I'm like, ooh, I don't want to cross this one.
It's one of the things that, as an NB person, if I'm truly honest, I feel like my intimidation, I always wanted it to be more that than the man in the armor or like the barbarian. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I always wanted it to be more of that. The fucking eyes in this image. There's so much in the face.
Some malice there.
Although it's so not simple, but like the less is more of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Dude, just 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, who's the artist one more time?
This is Emily E. Draws.
Emily E. Draws. Yes,
Tumblr,
no, I do.
I think also on her other socials.
I do follow Emily on Twitter. Absolutely, I do. Yes, I do, because of this image.
Yep.
Oh, dude, 10 out of 10. I'm just gonna leave this up while I do my recap, just because it's so deep. It's so deep. Weekly update. Sanderson was back from his other little trip away. He decided to start it off telling us it's longer than normal, even though it wasn't. It was actually shorter than most. It was like 4 minutes when the average is like
that's really
5 to 6.
The fact that whoever edited that left that in is really fucking funny.
You know what's really funny too is he didn't cut that much out. So if he cut that much out, it would have been even shorter. So decided to tell us that the screenplay was done again, even though he told us that last week and the week before that. Just keeps talking about it. That's fun. Mistborn Book 1 Draft 2 is coming up again, now at 10%. No movement on Riftwake 3, exactly where it was before. We still don't know what that is.
Awesome.
September 1st, the Skyward sequel drops, which is going to be called Blightfall. We actually saw that cover. Ooh. That was that really pretty red, black, and white cover that I showed us a couple months ago. Yes. That was for Blightfall. So that's finally dropping on September 1st. We have an official drop date for that. So that's next month. He's doing a John Green event. John Green's flying out to Utah and doing things with Brandon Sanderson. So we might be getting a John Green fantasy novel or a Sanderson John Green collab on something. That's kind of interesting. Wow. John Green, famously, by the way, for me personally, from the same area where I grew up in Indiana. And
you've mentioned,
yes, one of the most influential authors of my young adult life, although not a huge fan of him now. I'm a much bigger fan of his brother, although now Hank is under some fire right now, as we talk about AI in this house a little bit. We like to have healthy adult conversations about topics that are difficult to have about. So the Green, it's just the Green brothers sit in hot water.
They're always in hot water.
Well, I mean, dog, I feel like this is something that a lot of people miss. Do you know they made VidCon?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know, VidCon,
actually.
one of the reasons that YouTube exists in the way that exists today and proliferated in such a popular way, because every year there was a convention where the most popular people would come and be able to meet and interact with people. Yeah, that was the Green Brothers started that.
I'm always really surprised just to hear what they're all doing. Like, oh, crazy.
No, I have a lot of respect for Hank, which kind of it surprised me with what happened.
Respect about them, yeah.
But John, I have a little bit less respect for. I couldn't tell you why. There's something about John that kind of makes me mad.
I kind of know. John Green was kind of famously in Tumblr Spaces. He was bullied out of Tumblr, and it's like my biggest like reference what I know him from. Like back in the day on Tumblr, you could edit someone else's like posts.
Yes.
If you reblock them, which crazy feature. And someone in some way, shape, or form used that to make a post where John Green was like, "Could you please like stop like being mean to me," or something along those lines, and edit it to something like really nonsensical and stuff. That's my like biggest exposure to John Green. That story, because I wasn't ever on Tumblr for that, but like
absolutely,
that's John Green a little bit less just because of that.
But that's like Hank Green has been like in modern YouTube in the last like decade, one of my favorite YouTubers, far and away, which has baffled me to see him do the stuff he's doing. I digress. We're losing the thread. So do an event with John Green. Push the Sanderson census a little bit more, still ongoing with that. And there's a new census specifically for Q&As. He wants to fish for more questions that people want to have answered. So he's like, "Hey guys, if there's any other like questions or things," he is obsessed with showing his little hole. For a Mormon, he loves showing some hole. That's all I can say. And the last thing was, so go to the Sanderson weekly update video. By the time anyone will ever see this, it will be too late, but maybe there'll be another Sanderson census you can go participate in. And the last one, this was a little bit of an interesting one, teetering the line of both beneficial for the fans, but also like weird business collaboration pushing thing. Just again, I'll digress. I've got a lot of biases that I'll try to remove as I just report the facts of what I saw. Sanderson is doing a sort of partnership collab / a business called Illumicrate. Illumicrate is a subscription service that every month they do a custom release of a book. So they release a book with like a fun custom cover. But it's a subscription service that does this. So it's like a really awesome, cool, creative thing with a tinge of gross, disgusting capitalism in there. For my Oliver commentary, this is like a really awesome, cool thing turned into a really gross, profitable business that is really cool, but is designed to farm fucking money. Clearly. But Fires of December got chosen for December. That's kind of fun. That's a kind of fun little thing that they did.
It is incredibly fun, actually.
So he's pushing that. He's like, Fires of December got chosen. I don't know if they can apply or if they just choose willy-nilly out of new books, but they specifically usually are only choosing new books. So Fires of December, which is coming out, it got chosen as this new Illumicrate. It does ship nationwide, so good news for you and me, although it is focused in the UK. I don't know what that means. If I had to guess, as Oliver business mind guy, more than likely it means shipping costs are pretty expensive outside of the UK, but that doesn't mean you can't get it. So, knock on wood, hopefully I'm going to go look, I'm going to see, because on last little personal note thing before we jump into the podcast proper, because I can't really tell this to a lot of other people, because a lot of other people I either owe money to or constantly are asking me for money. I got caught up on my credit card bill this week. I finally paid off all of Onion's health debt, all of his hospital bills that I had to foot. I'm not telling this to the group of our friends because I owe some money to some of our other friends and I want to pay them off when I'm in still a little bit better of a situation. But we're finally out from underneath a pile of fucking credit card debt that has been sitting on us for like
That's awesome.
8
Oh, I'm
months.
so glad.
So I might look into that. I might treat myself to a little Fires of December book. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can squeeze that into the budget. Because I do want to read that Fires of December. Apparently it's really, really good. Everything I've been hearing about it's pretty fucking fire from what I've been hearing.
I'm very excited to hear, see, and whatnot.
But with that, I think we're ready to start reading.
Yes.
So do you? I'm sorry. I believe we decided. Are you going to read the preface for us?
I can read the preface for us for sure.
Please do. Please do. Take us away, Capitan. Right. This is, ladies and gentlemen at home, King Lopen the First of Alethkar.
What did you do last time? Did you just pluck your nose for his voice?
That is what I did. Yeah, you're trying to get nasally. So if you can close your nasal passage with your throat, just get yourself a little nasally. But yeah, if you just want to close your nose, that'll also get you there.
Right. Okay. I don't take myself seriously.
That's the hardest part. If you're gonna do it, you can only break once. Because that's what I did, and that's the rule. You can only break once.
That's the rule. I can only break once. I can already not take myself seriously.
You got deep breath. Welcome to being a dungeon master, my friend. Okay, deep breath. All the way out.
Okay.
All the way in. All the way out one more time.
Right.
Go.
Okay. People always thought I was joking when I said that Lopen was briefly king of... Oh, sorry, I looked at you. And I'm sorry.
Reed, don't look at me. You're going to laugh if you look at me and you know it.
People always thought I was joking when I said that Lopen was briefly king of Alethkar. This was a story that I knew. This was a story that I knew the moment we decided to use Stormlight for our initial outing of Story Deck. I wanted to finally get written. Though I often shared the incident in a joking context, I consider what happened with Lopen and Alethkar to be canon. Alethkar to be canon, and actually pretty relevant to Lopen as a character. So when the time came, I immediately selected the story to be written. I was worried originally. Oh God, Jesus. About getting Lopen's very unique voice right. Though when Isaac volunteered to write it, I grew more optimistic. I met Isaac in 2004 when he was working on a story called 00 Santa, about Santa being a secret agent. Though Isaac has a lot of range as a writer and can do serious as well as funny, he's always loved eccentric characters played straight. He really loves outright comedy or deliberately silly stories. Instead, it's often very unique people doing outlandish things, acting larger than life, and being a chuckle to the reader through that exaggeration. In a way, he was tailor-made to write Lopen. The biggest challenge for the story, then, was nailing down on the arc for Lopen. Yes, he ended up briefly king of Alethkar, legally his cats, and they've reluctantly started including him in the official lineages. Yes, it's a little ridiculous. The question was, why? Why are we telling the story? It had to be about more than just making me chuckle. I'm quite pleased with what we came up with, and Isaac's execution upon it. The story had to have heart, as that's the soul of how I write Lopen. Comedic exaggeration, followed by insight into real people with real goals, problems, and passions. To that end, we did a lot of revisions, pulling back on the wackiness until the balance felt correct. I'd say that took up the larger chunk of the revisions, figuring out what was too far, too silly, and turning it to be a story instead of a comedy sketch, though this left Isaac with some fun deleted scenes he includes later in this volume. Overall, I'm exceptionally pleased with the story, and I'm glad finally, after years of me warning people about Lopen's very brief reign, have it written for people to enjoy. Whew!
So as you were reading, I did some researching because there were some things thrown in there that I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because Brandon Sanderson is doing the thing that apparently I'm now realizing isn't an issue with him as a writer, it's an issue with him as a person, where he just brings things up and assumes everyone knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
This is just a thing that Sanderson clearly does as a thing. So we threw this thing in there as a part of Story Deck. Do you have any fucking idea what that is?
No.
Me neither. So I looked it up while you were talking.
Awesome.
So Story Deck was apparently a thing they did at Dragonsteel Nexus a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Where at a Dragonsteel Nexus, they randomly gave out trading card packs. Remember how when I was covering the Gen Con event, they had like a little scratcher event thing that like an activity that you could do. Woo, activity, fun activity for Gen Con, you know? The Story Deck was an activity from a Dragonsteel Nexus a couple years ago where they gave out trading cards where instead of cards that were like you could play with and it was like a fighter game, it was a narrative story. And depending on the packs and the cards that people got and played and interacted with, they made their own custom story. And apparently it's through that event and that happenstance that this story evolved. So it was at a con event where naturally through the trading of these cards and the development and the discovery of the economy of these cards as it happened, this is the story that hatched out of it.
That's fun.
So with some quick Googles, I did Story Deck Sanderson. I was able to find 2 links. One to a Story Deck link, which was clearly the link that was there for the Dragonsteel Nexus that was using. And then an FAQ for people like us to find afterwards when we're like, what the fuck was this?
Yeah.
So I highly suggest if you want more details to go read into those. But if you do a little bit of peering, if you do a little bit of reading on this page, I'm just going to send you a little screenshot that if you want to, you can show the kids at home.
Okay.
There's some art here that just looks weirdly familiar. That just looks really familiar to some other art that we've seen pretty recently.
Oh my goodness. No way.
It seems like they kind of been sitting on this for a little while. As in this story is also the Stormlight Lost Tales story deck, where we see the same story that is in both of these. So that's actually where Elsecaller came from as well. Although they just, for some reason, didn't include that in the Elsecaller preface. Sanderson decided he instead wanted to shit all over his friend's writing career in that preface instead. I will never recover from that. That was one of the craziest things of my life was reading that paragraph long roast of the co-author of this book.
It's so fucking crazy.
But so this is basically what we've been reading and what we'll continue to read is the codification of a trading card game that played about 1.5 years or 2-3 years ago.
That's fun.
Isn't that
really
fun?
Actually.
Absolutely. All right. Did you want me to launch into chapter 1 or did you want to start chapter? I think I did preface and you did chapter 1 before. So if we follow that, I'll do chapter 1. I was going to say,
if I do the preface, I would prefer if you did chapter 1.
All right. Little sip here. Also, new. I don't know if you know, I got some new glasses.
I did see. That's a nice new glass.
Thank you.
That's a nice new
I got some Pride cups, and there were it was a set of 8. They're not actually Pride. They were rainbow, but it's Pride. And there was an 8 for $6. And I got 2 sets.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, dude.
That's 2 sets.
2 sets. 12. So 2 sets, both were 6. So $12 for 16 glasses.
That's
they're not glass, they're plastic,
steal.
But still, it's nice.
Yeah. I like, before we jump into this, I really like sometimes online I'll see like, oh, growing up means you get excited over like the weirdest things, and this is like one of those like things to me that's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, dude. Hey, man,
16 cups for $12 is a steal. I find that so fun.
16 cups that genuinely make you happy, man. When I got my vacuum cleaner,
Yeah.
that's how I know I got old. I'm hyped for a vacuum cleaner, dog. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I digress.
I digress.
All right. Chapter 1. Being assassinated wasn't as bad as Alethkar Kholin, king of Alethkar, had expected it to be. The thing that had kept him looking over his shoulder all these years had finally happened, and he'd lived through it. Actually, he'd slept through it. Turned out, being unconscious at just the right time made even the worst experiences tolerable.
I love him. Oh my god, Alethkar, I miss you so much. Come back, king.
I have a feeling this is going to turn into, we're going to be yapping a little bit for this one. That line, I'm going to reread this line. Actually, no, I'm going to say a thing. And I'm going to reread through this. Alethkar might have been Gavilar's son, but Dalinar was Elhokar's father.
Yes. Yes.
Now I'm going to read through this and continue reading, so that way you can just let that sit in your chest. Actually, he'd slept through it. Turned out, being unconscious at just the right time made even the worst experiences tolerable. But now he had to endure the liminal state between being drunk and hungover. The part you were supposed to sleep through. His head ached, the wound in his ribs burned, and the feeling of failure overwhelmed him. Storm it all, I can't even get killed properly, he thought. If I'd fallen to the assassin last night, I wouldn't be here suffering through a Hardazian dark eyes dressing me in woman's hava. That's you, dog.
Is that me?
That's or is that you? No. Oh
I'm
no,
a
this
Warren
is
man.
So he's doing he. The he is Elhokkar still. No, you're right. That is him. You're right. I can't wear women's clothing. Nana, he said. I'm a Vorin man. This is improper and humiliating, like being forced to eat women's food.
He's so weird. I love him.
Do you want to be Lopen's mom and Lopen?
Yeah, why not? Oh god, I have to find a voice.
Woman, old lady, run with it.
No clothing not good enough for you, your majesty?
Asked Lopen's mother.
You've slept in my house, eaten at my table, and now wear our clothes. We are cousins, so call me by my name. Oh goodness.
Isa Milana.
Isa Milana, or just Isa will do.
We are not cousins, he said, and I won't wear a hava.
Oh my god. You will disguise yourself. You will, if the disguise might save your life,
said Isa. A disguise, right. He let her continue to dress him.
Besides, the hava is for light eyes, and this is no hava. This is my sister's Paltima.
Yep.
Palima. The dress Hardazian wears to her coming of age celebration. That's why it's so formal.
He's wearing a quinceañera dress. Alethkar is wearing a quinceañera dress.
I'm so excited for this.
Of course, Dark Eyes wouldn't wear safe hand sleeves unless they were at a party pretending to be Light Eyes. Isa herself wore a dress similar to his, but the sleeves stopped short of her hand, where she wore a simple glove. Isa's sister. The word struck him. Alethkar had a sister, though he'd never imagined surviving assassins when she had succumbed to them. The thought attracted a single gloom spread.
Oh, he misses his big sister.
Dude,
because he thinks at that moment that she's dead.
Dude. That's like actually making me tear up a little bit. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. A wall hanging had been pinned to the side, allowing in light from a small window. Dried grass stuck out from the bottom of the mattresses that lined the room. Oh, how he'd fallen. Alethkar would be better off without him.
Oh, Alethkar.
Why did the Almighty spare my life?
The Almighty has his reasons,
said Isa. It was a stupid, unhelpful answer. He shouldn't have asked. on the wall.
Alethkar.
This is fucking I love there's a little bit of a poignancy between the narration here where the narrator in this feels a little bit more biased to the perspective in this one than it did in the other one.
Yeah, 100%.
This feels a little bit more Stormlight than the other one did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
God, it was a stupid, unhelpful answer. He shouldn't have asked.
He shouldn't have asked.
On the wall hung an age-spotted mirror. He avoided looking at himself in it. Reflections. That's where the shadows lived. And with the bridgemen gone, they'd returned. Watching. If you're not gonna tell me what you want, Alethkar. If you're not gonna tell me what you want, Alethkar thought, then just storm off. The dark figures faded. If they'd wanted to kill them, they would have done so by now. If they were even real. Either way, they wanted something else. But Almighty only knew what. I'm going to pause. I'm going to hold up my hand. Stormlight spoilers. My friend, Stormlight spoilers. If you're not deep enough, I'm going to hold this up. We're going to start talking Stormlight spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Do you remember what he's talking about? Do you remember what the shadows are?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were spread of some sort. That was his...
You remember book 4? Or book 3?
Oh, God.
Book 3 going into book 4? It's the end of book 3, I think?
I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be Lightweaver, so it's got it. Oh, yeah, that is I'm pretty sure his cryptic.
Those are cryptic. Those are cryptics. The shadows creeping in. It's the same thing of like
Yeah.
appearing in the corners and reflections at the edge of visions, like it did for Shallan.
Yeah,
absolutely. Good man. Absolutely.
Yes.
The dark figures faded. Okay. The pain in his head flared. His hand went to the bridge of his nose, and a giant piece of cloth came with it. Storms! It was his safe hand sleeve. Issa finished tying the waist of his dress, worn Hardazian style, over the left shoulder with a smock beneath, which was uncomfortably tight across his shoulders.
Deep breaths, Your Majesty,
said Issa. I don't need your deep breaths, dark eyes, he thought. I can storm and keep myself calm. Other retorts came to mind, but none escaped his lips. Issa had made it clear that in a duel of words, her tongue was a shard blade, and she knew exactly where to slice. So he breathed deeply. That bridgeman hero of Dalinar's had his reasons for abandoning Alethkar here. Trust the bridgeman's instincts. This is awesome. This is my favorite. This might be my favorite Stormlight book already.
I am going to lose my mind. Lastly, here's your beautiful hair.
Issa flopped a wig onto Alethkar's head and arranged the locks to fall in front of his shoulders and around his face. It immediately started to itch.
The rain has stopped early,
said Issa.
So you know what this means.
More wine to quell the herald's cursed headache.
It means time to make the two pals.
They're fucking Mexicans. Hardazians are Mexicans.
They are.
Those are supales.
Supales. Sorry.
Like
so sorry.
as in tamales. Those are absolutely what that is. Yes. That is 100%. Oh, we can make tamales. Oh my god, no, this makes me so fucking happy, dude. Oh, I love this.
I love this so much.
There was a song in her voice and a gleam in her eyes.
Buttercup, here is soup if you're still hungry, and I'll make tea for your head.
As she led him to the main room, excited voices babbled outside the windows, making Ellekar's head hurt even more. What on Roshar was going on out there?
Okay, there's a chapter break here,
yep.
So I will take over. About 30 of Lopen's about 30 of the Lopen's cousins gathered around him in the street outside Mama's home. They had come running from across Little Herdaz just so they could give him their Stormlight, a particular sacrifice since infused spheres were short in supply. Of course they had come running. The Lopen always did things no one expected, but everyone loved. So today he would show them something they'd never seen. He sucked in so much stormlight that the spheres in his hand grew warm while the frost spread over his fingers. His skin glowed. The power inside him pushed outward into the stump where his left arm had once been. Lopen's shoulder tingled, skin expanded, ligament and muscles enveloped new bones, a bicep, a forearm, a wrist, a palm, 5 nubs butted into fingers and a thumb, all with fingernails the color of slate. He knew those fingers. A familiar weight pulled at his shoulders, growing heavier until it felt just right.
Pause. I literally wanted to see this scene. I can't tell you how happy I am that this feels so stupid. This feels so specific just to me and like the 8 other people that were as upset as me that Lopen just showed up with an arm and we get to see it come back. Oh, that feels so good. Sorry.
The astonished looks on his cousins' faces were almost worth the years of living with only one arm. God.
Chilinko.
Uncle Chilinko stopped talking, nearly as big a miracle as regrowing a limb. Even Huyo looked impressed. Lopen clenched his new fist, stormlight rising from mid like early morning mist. He opened the hand and wiggled his fingers. His fingers! Oh God. Goncho. Oh God. Welcome back. Oh God. Welcome back, Calypso.
You got it. You nailed it.
He said to his new arm. Next time you go on a vacation. Goncho. Next time you go on a vacation without me, bring back some. Make sure to bring back some souvenirs.
It's like you're a fucking Pokemon. You gotta say Goncho.
I gotta get into the voice.
It makes me so happy. I need you to know this is what I do. This is exactly what I do every time.
Little globes of golden light flickered into existence around him. Lopen had seen Glory's friend before, but not this closely. He reached out to touch one, then stopped. What was that the first thing to do with his new arm? Where was the glory in that? And then there's art here. There's beautiful, beautiful art here.
Oh, we gotta see.
Oh my God.
What was the first thing to do with his new arm? What was the glory in that?
I love him so much.
Oh, I'm so happy.
My goodness.
A 1920s news reporter. If you
1920s. Oh God.
There's
I'll get it.
If you ever get bored, oh my God. If you ever get bored enough, there's a vocal exercise you can do called Around the World where you try to move your voice around and through your voice. Lopen is backing up. He's a little bit behind it. So if you're here, your normal voice is here. You want to kind of take it up and then back, and then Lopen's right around here.
Right around here.
Hey, yeah, you know you see how you can feel it a little bit?
Yeah.
Dude.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh my God.
I love this so much. More than anything, I love this.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Dude, I love that representation of glory spread. I'm going to leave this up for a little bit while we're reading. I'm just going to leave that going.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Where was the glory in that? Was your last line, I believe.
Yes. One of the best things about having 2 arms again was all the rude gestures. Is that sure worked adequately with 1 arm, but were storming fantastic with 2. Whipped the shoal, rock butts after High Storm, the mating dance of the northern sky eel. But storms, you shouldn't overdo it. Obscene gestures had to be used thoughtfully, with grace and sophistication, so you would save the double rude gesture for someone who was a double penito. No one here deserved that, except for Except for Huyo. Slightly a Benito.
I love the Huyo fucking the Huyo after fucking Dawn Shard, dude. He's pissed. He's pissed about Dawn Shard. Oh my god.
This is pre-Dawn Shard.
Oh, you're right. No, this is pre-Dawn Shard. That's right, because in Dawn Shard he's mad because Huyo, spoilers for Dawn Shard, hold it up. Huyo swears the second oath before he does. So
yes.
That's right. So he gets the first one before Huyo, because Huyo was like the cooler older brother the whole time, and right now he has the leg up on him. That's what's going on. Okay, I apologize. We're getting caught up. We need to solidify where we are in the timelines. I was telling Beth about how confusing this was, that now in the release, this confirms that release order is not, well, even then, because the spoilers they put in, they talk about Everstorm so much in the last one, you can't read that before you read book 4.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to read 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 2, 2.25, and then you can go to 5.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Spoilers done.
Okay. Was I going to get back into the voice?
Except for maybe Huyo, who is just singly a penito.
Was it back and up? Hey, older cousin.
Nailed it.
Been called to Hyolia. Take a look at this two-armed Hydasian. The Lopen thrust out his newly formed hand in the gesture he called Chicken looks to the sky.
Did he just invent flipping off? Because what else is that? Chicken looking towards the sky? What else is that? You know, like, what is that? It's this. It's chicken towards the sky. It's the body and the neck. He's flipping them off.
I love him so much.
The glory span winked out.
Winked out.
Sorry.
But storms that felt good. Huyo groaned. Orange disgust ran corkscrewed down around him. These people did not. Oh no, sorry. Do you want to read Huyo?
Oh yes, sorry. I'll be. Oh God, what? These people did not sacrifice their precious stormlight just so you could make rude gestures. Huyo's just like cool and hot.
Yeah, I love it. It's just surely they right back and.
Stick to like 1920 news reporter. I think is like the better one for you. Yeah, see, yeah.
Why I oughta?
Why I oughta? There you absolutely.
They sure did, said Lopen. They knew exactly what they were getting. They wanted more of me, not less. Huyo shook his head.
I need to return these spheres, but our cousins tailing those soldiers say they're getting close. Have you talked to our visitor about moving?
Don't worry, Huyo, said Lopen. I've got a plan. Anxiety spread appeared around Huyo, then twisted away as he returned spheres to the dispersing crowd. Of course, they all wanted their spheres back, now that the novelty of a man regrowing his own arm was gone. 10 fools, Huyo could stand to find a sense of humor. Maybe I should tell him his favorite one-armed Tardesian joke, if I am even allowed to tell this kind of jokes anymore. Lopen rushed into his mother's home, passing the truth shrine by the door, and his spear leaning against the wall, and approached the table where Mama and King Alethkar worked on. What was it? Sorry,
where was it? Sorry, Mama. I went away.
Worked on the. Fucking.
I'm ready. He was using mash from falling out. Palidma. No. Seasoned Kremling from falling out. Sitting at the low table.
Worked on is where Mama and King Alethkar worked on the food.
Mama teaching King Alethkar to make supales.
On the supales.
Yeah, ignore the T.
Okay.
Supales.
traditional Herdesian food to celebrate when the rain stops. Mama teaching the king of Alethkar to make supasals. Now that was a sight. Like watching a hog learn to play towers. But today's impossibilities, Lopen thought as he admired his freshly grown arm. Almighty only knew what else might happen. Alethkar's free hand fumbled a flat piece of thin dough and folded it at a weird angle, barely able to keep the seasoned Kremlin mash from falling out. Sitting at the low table, bits of ground lavis all over his hand, still disoriented and wearing a simple palitma. The king of Alethkar didn't look very kingly. The king noticed Lopen's attention and scowled. Some people didn't think Alethkar was a very good king, which was probably why they were always trying to kill him. What the fuck, Lopen? But Lopen, he had never really wondered if King Alethkar was a good or bad king. He'd wondered if he wondered what it was like to be the king. And to be able to feed all your cousins at fancy parties, and none of them would go hungry or have to wear old clothes that didn't fit. To never have anyone tell you to stop talking because everyone knows you're the most important person in the room, instead of just sure only you knowing it. That even the tranquil walls would have a hard time competing with that. Hello, Mama, said Lopen in Herdesian, hiding his new arm behind his back. Mama looked up from where she deftly rolled supales with her free hand. Supales with her free hand. She smiled warmly. He's so fucking stupid. What do you call a two-armed Herdesian? Lopen asked. Before she could answer, he replied, handsome. He revealed his new arm. Mama's eyes lit up. Oh, my child, she said, inspecting the arm, then kissing the fingers. Almighty blesses, I always believed that he had extraordinary plans for you. Blue joy spread swirled around them. Mama patted Lopen's cheek with her gloved safe hand, tenderly lingering, a reminder. When Lopen first lost his arm, Mama refused to let him mope. She taught him if vorism and propriety required Herdesian women to keep their safe hands covered and essentially do everything one-handed, then a one-armed Herdesian boy could learn to do so as well. There's art again here that.
Oh no! Don't tell me there's Mama Issa art. Dude, my whole new lock screen is just gonna be art from these two books now. I already know I'm gonna be in pieces.
Give it a second.
You
are.
Oh, and then Alethkar in the back. He's so mad, dude.
Look at him.
The joy spread. Oh, look at fucking. Okay, can I say something?
Of course you can. You can always say something.
Tell me Felipe wouldn't make a great fucking Lopen.
He would.
Tell me he's got the beard and the wispy hair.
No, 100%. 100%.
Okay, here's an interesting thing. Looking at Alethkar, you know, we've been talking about, usually it's like they're, as far as we've been understanding, the Kholins is usually they're predicted as like Asian. Alethkar looks black.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's interesting.
That's just a little bit, a lot actually.
That's what I mean. My man looks dark skinned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Oh, that's interesting. I love it. No, because he also has a wig on. He has a wig on. Yeah, that's not his hair. I just registered that. He is wearing a Herdesian wig, so that is not his hair. But you know what I mean? Like the facial structure of it all. I don't know. I digress. Right. God, that's so beautiful. The fucking joy spread.
It's so cute.
Yo, the embroidery on the bag, that's so subtle, but it's so close in the foreground.
It's so good.
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
Good.
That's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna leave that one up for a little bit now until we find a good point to transition it off. I transitioned it away when the glory sprint disappeared last time.
That's good. That's really good. All right. Now to make those hands useful, my child, said Mama, and choking Alethkar how to roll his supalis. He has the dexterity of a great shell at a wedding dinner.
I heard my name.
Alethkar and Alethi.
It's rude to talk about someone in a language they don't understand.
Then maybe you learn Herdazian, said Mama in a thickly accented Alethi. Your kingdom has more than one way to talk, your majesty. Now you learn from Lopen how to roll the supales, and maybe you learn some Herdazian too. What?
Yeah, the tough part is finding the difference between Mama and Lopen now. So Mama's high, Lopen's nasally.
Yeah. The Lopen is the greatest teacher, Gancho.
Nailed
Lopen.
it. Absolutely nailed it.
Said Lopen, pulling up his stool. By the time we get back to Kaladin, you'll be able to roll those one-handed.
You should be at the door guarding me.
Alethkar blinked behind those, blinked through red eyes.
Not teaching me how to make quaint food. Quick pause. Quick pause. I'm so sorry. The poignant difference in the familiarity between Lopen, and Kaladin, and Alethkar, and like the Bridgeman and the hero Bridgeman, and not saying his name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that feels good. Sorry, that's. Oh.
It's really good. It's so good.
Okay, sorry.
With an attitude like that, of course, Alethkar Supalis looked like a gutted sky eel. Lopen whistled an upbeat tune while rolling a Supalis one-handed. I get that you're oh, sorry, I have to again.
You nailed it. You got it. Trust yourself. You hit it. You absolutely hit it that first time. You don't need to. I get
that you're grumpy about being assassinated, sure, but Moash has to try to kill lots of people. Over conspiratorially. Lopen!
Relax, Lopen!
No, he never really means it. Sure, I guess. The king eyed Lopen's Supale, sorry.
Yeah.
Singular. Like it might leap off the plate, and the door to the hovel flew open and a shape rushed in. Lopen snatched his spear and jumped between the king and the backlit figure. As Lopen swung the spear around, his new arm reached for the butt end, like he'd seen Kaladin do so many times, but the spear cracked against his wrist, bouncing out of his fingers on to the floor. He looked from the spear to the person he'd almost skewered with it, Cousin Huyo. Lopen rubbed the wrist where the spear had hit. You're new, Calypso, and unpracticed, but I'll help you learn the ways of being an arm again.
Almighty above,
said Alethkar.
What kind of madman talks to his arm? But of course I'd have incompetent guards while assassins run rampant.
It is kind of ironic, isn't it, Gon? said Lopen. But as they say, what doesn't kill you can give you quite a good laugh.
Staring down death,
said the king,
and miraculously surviving is not a subject for mirth.
Lopen smiled. Past strategies and long ago dangers only got funnier with time.
I've never related with Lopen more.
Right. Soon Alethkar would be telling nearly killed king jokes. He'd say,
"It's good,"
said Huyo in Herdazian,
"that you're taking your god duty seriously, younger cousin. But the soldiers are looking for the king are almost here. What's that plan of yours? What's Roshar's? What on Roshar is the short guy saying? sorry. Let me hold on. No, give me a run back. What on Roshar is the short guy saying?
Said the king. Lopen returned to his stool. Soldiers are looking for you.
Let them come.
So the king slapped his free hand against his safe hand sleeve to get the dough off.
I'm tired of this.
Not so hasty, your majesty, said Mama Alethkar.
I'm the king,
said Alethkar with very little resolve.
I can come and go.
You are the king, yes, said Mama. I keep thinking of Big Mom. I'm like, Mama, like,
that's allowed.
Big Mom.
That's in fact, lean into it.
Oh God, I did.
You know what?
Here's the dop a little bit.
Can we talk about the fact that she's a little bit Big Mom? She's as scary for the family. Like, she is kind of a Big Mom figure to this family.
Yeah, no, that's true.
She is the matriarch.
Yeah. But I remind you, when you are in my home, it is my country. At the kitchen, it is my throne room. I love her. I do love her.
That's what I mean.
Alethkar's mouth opened, but Mama shook her fingers so sternly that he slumped back into the stool. We don't know these soldiers, Gonjo, said Lopen. Cal said, don't trust anyone. There was more than one assassin, remember? Alethkar pressed the fingers of his free hand against his temples.
Why would a hero like Stormblessed leave me with you?
You were unconscious, sure, but he brought you to me and said, I know no one as capable as you, Lopen, and I entrust the king to your hands. The captain, he had no idea he was getting twice the hands.
God damn it!
God damn it, Lopen. Oh God. But here's the problem, said Mama. I have taken an oath of honesty, your majesty. If anyone asks for the king, I cannot lie and say you are not here.
You wouldn't lie.
Alethkar folded his arms.
Even to save the life of your king?
The Almighty is truthful with me, said Mama. If I am truthful with others. Mama is very traditional, said Lopen. But a loud stump interrupted him. Mama gave him one of those looks. We need to misdirect the soldiers, said Lopen. He nodded to Mama, while also being truthful. The Lopen, sure, he wasn't always truthful. He was more than truthful. If he said something untrue, he made it true by bending the world to his will. I have a plan, said Lopen, still Alethi. When the soldiers ask if the king is here, Mama can say you're not, because you won't be the king. King Alethkar's eyes narrowed.
How?
You will abdicate, said Lopen, to me.
Silence.
Silence. Mama almost dropped the kettle. Outside, a chill bellowed. And I will be... Lopen stood straighter and puffed out his chest. King Lopen the First of Alethkar. A laugh escaped King Alethkar's lips. Others joined in until even Huyo was laughing, and you probably didn't understand what was going on. Lopen smiled but didn't laugh. Alethkar abdicating was the best storming chance they had for keeping the king safe. The others just didn't know it yet. I won't be king for long, said Lopen. Only until we know that you're safe. This solves... I think I'm mixing up the phrases. Just a bit higher. I got it. This solves the problem, your majesty, said Mama, pouring hot water into a cup of herbs. My son wears your clothes and tells everyone he is king. And when the soldiers ask anyone in Little Heridas where the king is, we can point in Lopen's direction, and it's the truth. Alethkar turned to Lopen.
What if they catch you?
I'll paint them in stormlight, said Lopen, and stick them to a pole. The king looked like he was trying to keep the laughter and then composed himself.
Sure, go get killed in my place. My head hurts so bad I'd rather sit here and make stupid soupales anyway.
Mama scowled as she handed the king a steaming cup of tea. He closed his eyes and took a sip. Stormzy seemed to actually relax, which was like watching a rolling sphere find its flat spot and come to rest. So, asked Lopen.
So,
said the king as he opened his eyes.
I declare you King Lopen the First of Alethkar.
He smirked.
At least until I change my mind.
Okay.
Page check. Where are we at?
We are at 59.
59.
But we don't have, we can get to 62. At 62 is another chapter break.
Chapter break. Oh yeah, this is an comedically short chapter. As I am looking at this chapter, this is the shortest chapter of all of the chapters we have read thus far.
Yeah.
So here's a question. After 62, how long is the next chapter?
The next chapter, they're all a little bit shorter now. The next one is at 64.
64? Okay. What about after 64?
67.
So do we want to go till 67?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let me go back to where we were.
It's funny that it's worked out in such a way that you're now reading Alethkar's like POV and I'm reading Lopen's POV.
It worked out. Textbook, my friend. This is what I mean. We didn't even have to talk about it on stream. It just happened perfectly.
It just happened naturally.
We just to peel behind the screens a little bit. Tavis and I did privately talk about because this man desperately wanted to be Lopen.
I want to be Lopen so bad. I want to be Lopen so bad.
I did sit with Beth for a moment. I had to be like, who do I want more? That was my question. My question was, who did I want? It was just, I wanted them both because I know I got them both in me. I know I could do them both, but I can't do them both. That's not the point of this. You know what I mean?
No.
I think we landed perfect. No, I think we absolutely landed perfect.
100%.
Okay. No, another little sip. Beth hooked me up a little drinky poo while you finished your chapter there.
My Christopher.
As Alethkar watched Lopen don his blood-stained garb, his thoughts came slowly, like vines pushing through drying creme. The situation reminded him way too much of the night his father had been killed. Sadeas had been dressed in the king's robe and acted as a decoy while Gavilar stayed behind. That ruse had barely even distracted the assassin in white. Storms had the Almighty thrust Alethkar into a farce of that same event. It was like living a stage play of one of Wit's insults, but storm it just because it was ironic didn't mean it was amusing.
Aww.
All hail King Lopen, Alethkar whispered. He meant it mockingly, but found himself smiling. Last night, Alethkar had faced assassination and survived. For years, he had cultivated worry like a wall of shale bark, but today he didn't even feel as anxious about it, even with the threat of assassins still looming. Today, he told a nobody Hardazian to pretend to be king. But what would it feel like to actually abdicate the kingship, to let go of all of these problems and be free? Even so, he couldn't seriously consider abdicating because of what it represented. Failure. Giving up the kingdom meant being remembered as a weak king, but just as upsetting, it would be a disappointment to Dalinar. And Almighty knew how badly Alethkar wanted to make Dalinar proud. If he approved of Alethkar, then maybe Gavilar approved too.
Stop!
For now, Alethkar could let a Dark Eyes pretend to be king. At worst, Lopen would get arrested for wearing Ellekar's clothing. At best, the ruse would misdirect other assassins. Meanwhile, Alethkar could take a different role, if it kept him safe. But it did make him wonder who he would be if he weren't the king. He looked down at his safe hand sleeve, then to where Issa added spices to a large bowl. Evidently today, Evidently today, I'm a Hardazian woman. What would Gavilar have thought? The king of Alethkar, dressed as a woman, cowering in a hovel, pretending to be a low-born Hardazian cousin? You're a failure. Too weak to be king.
Oh.
Alethkar pushed back against the thoughts. As he did, he saw spinning shadows in the reflection of the copper kettle by the fire. He closed his eyes until they went away.
There's such good art. Oh my god, the art on this. Oh my god, Ollie, I don't think you're ready. I'm not sure you're ready.
I'm ready to have my fucking tits blown off. That's what I'm ready for. Oh. Oh, buddy. Wow.
Yeah. And with the cryptics.
And his dad and Dalinar and his mom. And Kaladin. All in the mist of the fucking cup.
It's so good. It's so good.
Wow. Oh, but so here's an very, very interesting thing. So, by the way the art is depicting this, whether or not this is actually how it's supposed to be depicting, the impression of the cryptic is 3D on the pan, even though it's a reflection of what he is seeing in the shadows of the flames of the teapot.
Yeah. Oh, the ropes are like the ropes aren't 3D, but like the pattern is.
Yes, precisely. So it's like
it's really interesting.
So it begs the question: is it like anywhere that the cryptic can be perceived has that impression?
Maybe.
So it's like
maybe it's because they're like not fully in the physical realm yet. They're still like very kind of like just looking at him through the cognitive, through Shagemar.
Is it that they're actually in the reflection of that, and it's their reflection peering through that, refracting next to the flames, and they're actually on that pan, and the fire is catching the reflection of the cognitive realm? Do you see what I'm saying? Like they're actually on that. They're not actually in his sight line. They're actually sitting back here, and he's seeing the reflection of them sitting back here. Right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, and this is a really interesting thing. So, and especially the reason why I bring it up, the reason why I'm harping on this so much is because this is the most recent release. This is the most recent Dragonsteel approved representations of these characters. Which means it's likely, if I had to bet, by my assumption, the ones that they may look at when they're looking at casting decisions.
Yes.
Can I be so for real?
Yeah.
Not at all what I thought Alethkar looked like.
No, same.
My man looks like a king.
I also thought him to be like kind of more scrawny looking. He's not scrawny at all.
Maybe this is very much my American biases taking over me. I was imagining like a shriveled white bitch. I was imagining a little white twink. You know what I mean?
I never imagined any of the Kholins as white. Never.
For me, I never imagined any of the Kholins except for Alethkar, who, when I imagine someone that sniveling and pathetic, as fucked up as it is for me to say, I do imagine them to be white.
Real.
You know what I mean? Like I'm usually someone that tries to challenge that sort of like negative racial bias, but like I don't like when I think of Alethkar getting his chest kicked, I don't think of him looking like that.
No, he like looks too buff in this almost.
But then
He's too strong.
when you think about it, he was Gavilar's son.
Yeah.
He is Dalinar's nephew.
Yeah.
He is Adolin's cousin. But the same way he is Renarin's cousin. But
he's been supposedly lined up to be king, so he had to train to be king.
Well, I mean, he was king. What do you mean supposedly? He was. He is.
I mean, supposedly because Gavilar never planned on giving up the throne.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, they were still giving him the things, it seemed like, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they were still like treating him as such, even though it's like Gavilar was going to keep rule. He was never going to give it up until he died, right? He was never going to willingly give, but I mean, eventually he was gonna die. But I guess, I mean, spoilers, maybe not. As we learned later, he's like, no, I'll live forever. I'll just be cool. I'll be cool and live forever. It'll be fine. But we saw how that worked out.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
God, the fucking
Okay.
the can I tell you the fact that Kaladin isn't listed in the chapter but is in the art? That hits me somewhere because when I tell you, it took me a second to figure out that was Kaladin at the top.
Yeah.
All the way up there, that little the spear going down. By the way, I don't think, did you see the picture I sent you? Did it go through?
I didn't see a lot this week, so you might have gone through it. I didn't.
It was before, as we're talking about Kaladin and his spear. Scroll up a little bit to just before your Twitch.
Yeah. I did see that. I was like, wow, that's so cool.
Dude, it's taller than me.
That's crazy. That's insane.
All right.
Okay. Right. There's a chapter break then. So.
Now, does you, my friend.
Yes. King Lopen admired how the fancy blue cloak swished with its golden glyph pair of the Colin's sword and crown. Those glyphs would have to do until he could change them to something more Lopenly. One glyph the shape of a muscular arm, perhaps. And the second, another muscular arm, flexing.
Just to fucking gun show symbol.
He's like, whoa.
That's his fucking coat of arms.
I love him so much. His feet were taking him to the market since it seemed the best place to spread the news of his kingship. Huyo trotted alongside him, wearing a Bridge-4 uniform and carrying Lopen's spear. I have been thinking, said Lopen, that I would make an exceptional king's wit, but I'm the king now, and a king acts with dignity and decorum. Huyo raised an eyebrow. So I'll need a whip that isn't me, said Lopen. Therefore, I name you Huyo, my official king's wit. Yellow-green angst spread skidded in the air around Huyo.
No, thank you. I am terrible at that sort of thing.
Say something mean about my face, said Lopen, but do it in a clever way.
Is this a chance to say how annoying you are?
Blunt insults have no finesse, you person with rocks for brains. But I am a benevolent ruler who believes in second chances. Try again.
Your face is asymmetrical. One cheekbone is fractionally higher than the other.
Okay, yeah, said Lopen. You're fired. Huyo looked down, his bald head catching the waning light. Storms, Lopen was barely getting any reactions from Huyo. Since the one-armed Cardassian jokes were off the table, he needed something else. Lopen lifted his new arm, forming the shape of a sock puppet, but without the sock. Hello, Chilipso. Am I saying that right? I think I am.
Yeah.
Said Lopen to his left arm. I have a job for you. Huyo groaned. Lopen winked at him. My king, said the arm in a high-born accent. Lopen provided the voice, surprised at how well he pulled off the impression. I declare you my king's wit, said Lopen. I live to serve your majesty. The wit arm angled down to simulate bowing. Okay. Finally, a wit that will stick around, said Lopen, instead of leaving when the fun begins. Don't be so sure about that, said Wit. I've left before. I command you, never leave my sight again. Stormman, said Wit under his breath. Lopen glanced at Huyo. Was this getting to him at all? A lone confusion spread popped behind Huyo. So he wasn't appreciating this yet, but the Lopen, sure, was always prepared to toil in the service of annoying Huyo. All right, I've got a proper wit, said Lopen. What now?
A king needs a crown.
Oh no, sorry, that's me again.
Oh, that is you again.
Because it's the wit. The king needs a crown, said Wit. Maybe noble kings, but the Lopen is no ordinary king. His crown is the hair off his head. His robe is the wind. The wind that comes out of his mouth, said Wit, or that escapes his backside.
Ooh, this wit is good.
Ooh, this wit was good. Why hadn't Lopen down that line first? Right, that wasn't who he was anymore. As king, that sort of humor was beneath him. Or behind him anyway. Next matter of business, said Lopen, is getting you some clothes. You're the wit and all, but even you can't go around naked. I required something befitting my station, said Wit. Something appropriately aristocratic. They weren't quite to the market, so shopping for gloves wasn't an option. Lopen covered his left hand with his right, so Wit couldn't hear. Julio, give me one of your socks. Oh, and then there's a chapter break.
Chapter break. But then starts with you reading.
Yes. You're folding them wrong,
said Issa.
They look like crumblings who drink too much water, who drink too much holy white, then vomit their guts out.
They're fine. Alethkar snapped. We're just going to eat them.
Nobody's going to eat your ugly Subalis,
she said.
They won't cook right.
Hey, I'm the one helping you. Issa turned on him.
If you want to help, do it right. I will not have it said that my Subalis are ugly and inedible.
I'll do it my way, said Alethkar. Give me another minute and I'll show you.
Okay, no more rolling Subalis for you.
Issa whisked away the plates.
You get the greasy work.
Hey, I was doing just... She dropped a bowl in front of him.
There are a lot of cousins, and we need a herd of Subalis to feed them. This is the filling.
But I was just starting to...
Mix it the right way, and we'll see if I feel like letting you roll the Subalis again.
Issa motioned for him to mix the substance. With my bare hand? Alethkar asked.
You could try with your safe hand sleeve if you want, but to me that seems messy.
He rolled his eyes, gripped the bowl with his safe hand, and shoved his free hand into the mash, realizing what he thought was a bowl was actually a large upside-down kremling. Issa tapped the thing's segmented shell.
These dumplings are big, yes, but scared of everything. In high sums, they roll themselves up and get blown around. So afterward, you can find them dead everywhere.
She watched him for a moment.
You're mixing. It should be more vigorous for the flavor.
Alethkar looked down. His free hand was greased up to the wrist, and he had somehow gotten filling all over his safe hand sleeve as well. More vigorously? He leaned over the bowl and really got into it. The bowl thumped and mash oozed between his fingers. Like this?
That's better.
Better? It's perfectly vigorous!
You grow up like snap your fingers and people jump,
said Issa.
So you think you can learn something by trying hard for a few seconds. You can command others, yes, but you can't command years of experience making suppositories to grow inside you. Not perfect, but better. Keep it up for 10 minutes.
He started to protest.
You want to roll suppositories later or what?
Asked Issa.
Or do you like the greasy work?
Alethkar groaned, but kept mixing. Issa went back to rolling out strips of dough, using her gloved staff hand to steady things.
Have you heard the story of the one-armed Tardassian?
Alethkar shook his head and listened.
Lopen loses his arm, yes, and after he mopes, he decides to climb the Kojar trees. And you know what? He fails each time. I tell him, let me show you the trick. And he laughs. What do you know about having one arm? He says. Days pass and he doesn't get any better at it. Finally, he comes to me and I show him how to use his legs and knees to carry his weight while he pulls himself up. How'd you learn that, Mama? He asks.
And what did you tell him? Asked Alethkar. Issa held up her safe hand.
I tell him, foreign women, we are all one-armed Tardassians. Now that you know the secret, practice, my son, until your one arm is as strong as two.
You're telling me I should practice more? Alethkar shoved the bull down more forcefully than he needed to. That I should try harder? That's such a tripe. I've been trying at being a king for years, and I keep failing.
I did not say anything about being king. I just want good supales.
Okay then, said Alethkar. So yes, let's say I want good supales too. But if I keep failing at it...
You fail, she said. Because you do not... Oh, sorry.
No, you got... No,
so sorry.
I think it's better if you do the she says in those bits. I think it is better if in those moments we do read it. Because there's little, those little... I think that's perfect. Run it.
Awesome. You fail, she said. But because you do not listen to the ones who have made suppositories for generation, you insist on doing it your way. So don't be surprised when your supales look like Uncle Chilinko's broken toe. You are the one-armed Tardassian, and you don't know the tricks of climbing trees.
He pursed his lips and looked away, closing his eyes and focusing on the sound of the bull hitting the table. Maybe Issa was right. Maybe he needed to listen better. If he could get anyone to teach him, he'd ask the bridgeman how to be a hero, only to be turned down. Granted, Alethkar's timing could have been better. Someone knocked at the door.
Don't sit straight,
said Issa. Yep, yeah.
Slouch and always look down. Do not let them see your eyes.
But...
Hush! Let Issa talk to them.
The door opened before Issa arrived. Alethkar blinked against the light, then remembered to duck his head. We're looking for the king, said a voice. Alethkar recognized, though not well. Danlin? Adolin had courted her. Oh, it's a woman. Sorry. We're looking for the king. Adolin had courted her. Oh yeah, Danlin. I remember Danlin. Sorry, that took me a second. Yeah. The delayed reaction. You remember Danlin? She was the bitchy strategist from book 3 and 4.
Yes.
And book 5 actually. I remember she was fucking very prominent in book 5.
Yes.
Adolin had courted her, during which she'd become one of Dalinar's scribes. If Alethkar had been Adolin, he'd have continued courting her. But Adolin was picky as a pampered axe hound. That feels targeted towards me as someone with a picky wolf hound. Dalinar had kept Danlin on staff after that, so she must be trustworthy. Alethkar gathered his skirt to stand, then stopped. Did he trust a light-eyed scribe he barely knew over Dalinar's dark-eyed bridgeman who had proven he could keep Alethkar safe? Issa likely couldn't keep him alive in a fight, but Alethkar felt something in her quaint home. It could have been that he felt safe. It could have been that the sounds of the crackling fire lulling him. Alethkar wasn't sure what he felt, but he wanted to trust Issa. So he did as she'd asked.
The king has already left, Issa told Danlin. I think that way.
Alethkar slouched, lowering his eyes, and worked on the supale filling. The bull jostled against the table. He grimaced and froze. Who's that? Asked Danlin. Alethkar realized his stiffness would look suspect, so he pretended to ignore the scrutiny and continued kneading.
He's my cousin from Kolinar, said Isa with a laugh. Who leaves spouse and child behind to support the war to avenge our late king? May he fight forever in the Trankline halls. Want to come in? We are making supales.
Scanlan sniffed. The Hardazian says the king went that way, she said, pointing, and they all left. After a moment waiting to see if they might return, Isa shut the door.
Didn't even say goodbye.
I'm surprised, Alethkar said with a laugh, that you would lie and say that we are cousins.
I am careful with my words, Isa replied. Everything I said was true. You are in my home, and we're making supales with me. Sure as the moon's rise, that makes us cousins.
This time he didn't laugh. I should thank you.
Thank me by following my instructions. Now, let's check that filling.
That is a Mexican woman. That is a Mexican woman.
I love her so much. Oh my god. I'm enjoying this. This is so fun. This is so great.
I love rooting Hardazian in Hispanic culture and them making fucking tamales. Do you know what a tamale is? Have you had tamales?
I don't.
So tamales, I've had tamales. They are fucking crack cocaine. So it's this filling. So the idea of it is you take a filling and you stuff it in a corn husk. So you know cobs of corn, you peel off like the rind around the edge of corn in order to cook it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you take the really clean, non-stringy bits of that and you fill it with different meat, and it's called masa, which is like a very specific herbal. Like now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what masa actually is, but it's also what makes tortillas. Is made out of masa. It's a dough made out of corn. Is mostly what it is. Cornmeal and water. Right. Thank you, my love. Cornmeal and water and protein and vegetables. And you take that and you make like a mix of it and you fold it into a corn husk, and then you bake that corn husk, and then you unroll the corn husk, and that's a tamale. It's one of the best Mexican food dishes on the fucking planet, dude. I used to work in a warehouse where the guys would bring me tamales that their wives would make. It is one of the best foods on the fucking planet. I'm not joking. It's like pizza, tamales, sushi. It's up there. You know what I mean? It should be. It absolutely should be.
That sounds delicious.
Do we want to call it there for the evening?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I am so fucking excited. You want to keep our page number locked for us? Throw that in our chat so that way we can keep track.
Yep. Let me get to that again. Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, I am so excited to finish this next week, dude. This is, again, we are getting our crack cocaine fix.
This is so good. This is actually fucking crack cocaine. This is like peak Sanderson.
It's like I was saying in Mistborn, we definitely we're getting the rough stages. This is fucking peak, dude. This is peak.
Yes. This is peak. Absolutely 100%.
I don't like to use that kind of terminology, but I genuinely think this is up there as some of the best Stormlight content that's come out right now.
No, 100%. 100%.
I'm so hype. I'm so excited. And I'm so glad you're reading through this with me, my friend. This is once again, one of my favorite parts of my week.
No, same.
Well, until next time, as always, I am Vezin, and we are the Archive on YouTube. With me, as always, has been my lovely co-host.
I am the Pixel, because as the famous The Lopen once said, everyone deserves a done in front of their name. I am also the _pixel_x most places, because apparently the _pixel was taken everywhere, and the _pixel_x_art if you want to see any of the art that I make, that I occasionally post wherever I post it, and I am available for commission, so message me. And just remember, we're all fucking cousins, and make sure you give your cousin a hug and tell your cousins you love them. Journey before destination, my friends. Until next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.